June is right around the corner, which also means the official start of summer. So I'm gonna go through my top 10 most anticipated movies for this summer. And yes, I know the summer movie season has technically already started, but there are still tons of great movies that are going to be coming out this summer that I am super excited for. So let's just jump right into this thing. At number 10 is Bad Boys Ride or Die. This movie comes out on June 7th, and this is one of those franchises that I will never get tired of. As long as Martin Lawrence and Will Smith are involved with making these movies, I will always be happy to watch these. Now, in their newest run together, the two will work together to clear their old police captain's name, who supposedly got wrapped up in a drug cartel's business. The action in this, of course, looks awesome, and it was directed by Adil El Arbi and Bilal Fallah. Apologies if I pronounced those names wrong, but those are the same directors that directed the previous Bad Boys movie, and they also directed a few episodes of Miss Marvel, if I'm not wrong. And outside of She-Hulk, I think Miss Marvel is the most overhated MCU show there is, but that's a video for a whole nother day. But on top of that, there are also rumors that they are in the mix to direct Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland. So yes, I am very excited to see how this new Bad Boys movie turns out. At number 9 is Twisters, and this comes out on July 19th. Now, this is the first of 2 Glenn Powell movies that are on this list, and I just have to say, in my opinion, this guy is becoming this generation's movie star because he has been absolutely killing it lately with all of the movies he is in, whether it's Anyone But You. He had Top Gun Maverick come out a couple years ago, and I am just a huge fan of him. Now, this movie is described as being a standalone sequel to the original, which is a movie I still need to check out myself, but it follows Glenn Powell's character Tyler Owens and his team storm chasing with another team led by Kieran Shipka's character Kate Cooper. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how good the story is about to be in this movie, but in the trailers, I did see a flaming twister / tornado and a lot of chaos surrounding it, so sign me up. At number 8 is our second Glenn Powell movie entitled Hitman, and this hits Netflix on June 7th. Now, the reviews for this movie so far look great, and that definitely piqued my interest for this film. And going off what I saw in the trailers, it looks like Glenn Powell will be playing a fake hitman, but things go sideways when he is hired to protect a woman that he starts to fall for. This movie looks very unpredictable, and I'd be willing to put my money on a couple of twists happening in this film as well. But the thing I'm most excited about for this film is just seeing Glenn Powell dress up as all these different hitmen throughout this entire thing. I mean, even in the trailers, we see him dress up as Christian Bale from American Psycho, and if that's any indication on how entertaining and how just fun this movie is going to be, then I am so ready for it. At number 7 is Sing Sing, and this is an A24 movie coming out on July 12th. I just heard about this film about a week ago, and I was immediately interested because not only is it an A24 film, but it also stars Coleman Domingo, who is just phenomenal. It follows a man who has been wrongly convicted, but while he is in jail, he finds purpose by acting in a theater group with other inmates. It's based off a true story, which is super cool, and it's also one of those movies that kind of has that feeling of Oscar bait written all over it, but I'm still super excited to see this thing. I think it's going to be great. At number 6 is Fly Me to the Moon, and this also comes out on July 12th. This stars Channing Tatum and Scarlett Johansson, and from the looks of this trailer, it looks like they have great chemistry in this thing. It follows their relationship as they prepare for the Apollo 11 moon landing. Channing Tatum will be playing a NASA official in this thing, and Scarlett Johansson's character will be in charge of marketing this moon landing while also potentially planning a fake moon landing if this thing doesn't work out, and I feel like the conspiracy theorists are going to have a field day with that one. But at the core of this movie, it looks like it's going to be a rom-com between Channing Tatum and Scarlett Johansson, and I think this thing is going to be a lot of fun. At number 5 is A Quiet Place Day 1, coming out on June 27th. Now, for me, this one was just a no-brainer. I loved the first 2 movies, so when I heard this one was coming out, I was all in. It stars Lupita Nyong'o, and it follows the first couple of days of the invasion of these alien creatures, and I just think this is a super cool concept. It's something that I have wondered about since the first couple of movies came out, so I'm super glad that we finally get to see how those first days played out. Plus, after watching the trailer, I think the sound design in this thing is about to be awesome. At number 4 is Kinds of Kindness, which comes out on June 21st, and this is another one of those films that just screams Oscar bait. great. I mean, it has an absolute all-star cast with Emma Stone, Willem Dafoe, and Jesse Plemons. To my knowledge, it looks like they have only just released a teaser trailer for this thing, so the premise of the movie says that it follows 3 stories that revolve around a man who tries to take control of his own life, a policeman whose wife seems like a different person, and a woman who searches for someone with a special ability. It was directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, who is the same guy who directed Poor Things, and it should be a crime that I haven't found the time to sit down and watch that movie, considering it was one of the best movies of 2023, and it just absolutely cleaned up at the Oscars, but I can confidently say that I will be tuning in to Kinds of Kindness. At number 3 is Inside Out 2, which comes out on June 14th. Now, the first Inside Out movie is arguably one of the best Pixar movies, and I just love Pixar in general, so obviously I am super excited for this one. This will follow Riley as she enters her teenage years, which also means new emotions like anxiety, embarrassment, and envy, and if this thing is anything like the first one, then it's safe to say that we are in for another great one. At number 2 is The Bike Riders, which comes out on June 21st. Now, I haven't seen a lot of people talk about this movie, but the minute I heard that Austin Butler and Tom Hardy were in it, I was just like, take my money now. This movie has had some trouble getting released though. I think it was originally owned and made by Disney, but then I think they sold it off to Focus Features, who is the company that will now be releasing this movie in theaters. Anyways, this movie follows a motorcycle club in the 60s that slowly changes into a sinister gang, and now it's up to the original group to fight back and preserve their way of life. This movie just looks and sounds awesome, so I will be seated. And at number 1 is obviously Deadpool and Wolverine, which comes out July 26th. All right, I'm gonna keep this one short. This has Hugh Jackman returning as Wolverine wearing the classic yellow and blue suit, Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, and it takes place in the MCU. And if you can't tell by the Deadpool sign behind me, yeah, I'm probably gonna take off work to go see this movie. Those are my most anticipated movies for this summer of 2024. Let me know in the comments some movies you are excited to see this summer, and as always, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, get your Eazy Apparel at shopeasyapparel.com. God bless, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.